Hello everyone, this is Brooke Chervenic from the Stowe office. I'm going to be showing you the new closing procedure to turn in your sales. We have been working very hard in the Stowe office the last few months to change this process to make it easier for you and get you guys paid as quickly as possible. So please stay tuned for the whole video. It shouldn't be too long. It's just going to show you the new feature on Dot Loop as well. So what we have done is we've changed on our end the intake of the files, and so each office will have their own closing coordinator. So if you work out of Stowe or Fairlawn, your closing coordinator will be Katie Grimm. That's Katie Grimm with 2 M's at kw.com. You can contact her at this email, and you can also give her a call at 330-686-1644. Ask for Katie, and any sales that come in and you work from Stowe or Fairlawn, please refer to Katie. Next, we have Teresa Poe. She will be handling Hudson and Green offices. You can contact her at this email, and you can also give her a call at 330-686-1644. Ask for Teresa, and any sales from Hudson or Green, Teresa Poe will be your closing coordinator. Then we have Noelle Price. She is your closing coordinator for the Northfield, Boardman, and Howland offices. You can contact her at this email on the screen or call the Stowe office again, 330-686-1644. As for Noelle, if you have any questions, she's your closing coordinator for Northfield, Boardman, and Howland. Now, I know in the past with Dot Loop, you have always shared your closings with Closing at Chervenic Realty, but we are changing that. So I want to really focus on how we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you on my screen the new process. So from now on, you're going to share with your buyers and sellers, or if you share with your title company or inspection company, whatever it is, you're only going to share with those people. Now, to turn in your sales, there's a submit for a review button. I'm going to show you that right now. So what I have done is I've created a test loop, and this is just what it looks like when you would open a loop in your Dot Loop. What you're going to do is we want each of you to create a closing folder and put all of the documents pertinent to that closing in that folder. And the way you do that is right here. There's an Add Folder button. So you go ahead and click on that. And what you can do is we want you to rename your folder Closing Documents, Purchase Packet, something so that we are notified and know that is exactly the folder that we are going to want to go through. Now, most of the time, your Dot Loop is already going to have all of the documents that you need in it. So instead of, occasionally you may upload your templates or browse on your computer to get PDFs, but you can also copy multiple items into a folder. So what you would do is you would choose those documents that you want to add to the closing folder. So say I want the new sale checklist, escrow letter, and the 2 affiliated business disclosures I need to add to this folder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select each one, and I'm going to hit right up here, I'm going to select Make a Copy. And I'm going to copy those as a flat PDF just because it's preserved, and this is the final stage. I'm sending it to closing, so it should be the final document there. So I'm going to copy it to a loop, and I am working on 123 KW Test Boulevard. So I'm going to look up that loop, and then I'm going to make sure that Closing Documents / Purchase Packet is selected because that's the folder that I want to copy those documents to. I'm going to hit Copy. Okay, and it's going to let me know that everything is there. Now, when you look at this, what you can see is on the left-hand side, everything says Not Submitted. And it says, when you are ready, click Submit for Review at the top right of this page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top right here, and I'm going to select Submit for Review. Now, we only want you to submit for review the closing documents folder. If there's unnecessary items in your other folders, we in closing don't really need to see those. So please only submit your closing documents folder. Then you're going to swipe over to the right and you see Select Type. Now, depending on which office you work out of, that's where you're going to send those documents. I'm just going to choose green for now. Then we also have this spot right here, include a helpful message for admins. This is a great tool and we want as much communication as possible. So if there's an ROC to follow, or the earnest money is going to be dropped off, or something about that deal that you really need those admins to know, please include that as a helpful message for them. I'm just going to type this as a test because Teresa will be notified and wonder what's going on. So from there, you're going to hit Submit. Okay, so we can see up here it says folder has been submitted for review. Another way you can check to see that it has been submitted is on the left-hand side of that folder. It's going to go in a needs review stage. Now these stages are super important. Each time we as admin change the stage of a folder, you will be notified, and I will explain the different stages here shortly. Then you can also see that each document from that folder is submitted, and it says waiting on your admin for a review. Now, one thing we're going to start utilizing a lot in closing is this message button up in here for messages to you back and forth. This eliminates the use of email, and it's all saved on .loop under that loop. So what I can do is I can leave Teresa a message, you know, anything helpful. Again, yes, you've already submitted for review and you've left a helpful message, but maybe something happens where you need to alert her. Send her a message over .loop because she'll automatically get notified of that. And she can always respond back there. So I hope that was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions about that. You share with your buyers and sellers, and you submit for review to turn in sales. Now, as we have been testing this, we found that we need these loops to be super organized. So we have some requirements that we're asking of you. First of all, when you're naming your loops, they need to be the property address. And I know sometimes your sales get multiple offers. We then ask you to include the buyer's last name after the address. Then, like I said and showed you, you're going to create a folder with all the required closing documents for the sale, and you're only going to submit that folder for review. And those are the final and executed documents with all signatures and initials. And you're going to name the folder Closing Docs, Purchase Forms, Purchase Packet, something to alert us that that is what we need to go through. Again, we really appreciate organized .loop folders. It really helps us out if we do need to go look at a certain document. And please remember that you can always archive a document you no longer need. Our third requirement is you have to turn in the information sheet / title order request form. This must be included on the .loop or with any sale you turn in. So we will not accept a sale in compliance without it, and we will ask you for it and ask that it be filled out as much as you can. This is like our key to the sale, and it's super important for us because it cuts down on time when we are going through sales each day. Lastly, any earnest money check that you turn into your front desk coordinators, we are asking that you turn it in with an information sheet or a fully executed contract, whatever is easier for you. If the buyer is dropping it off to the front desk, alert, I have Kathy right here, alert any of your front desk coordinators and send her the information sheet and share that form via .loop or email, whatever it is. That'll really help them out when that check comes in, especially if the buyer forgets to write the address on it. We can always see the buyer's name on the information sheet or the contract. So that's super important. Now, I talked about the stages before, but I want to go into a little bit more detail about them. So, whenever you submit a sale to KWCR, it will automatically go into the needs review stage, and that will alert your front desk coordinator and also your closing coordinator of that sale. So you no longer need to turn any paper into them. You're just going to submit for review, and they will be automatically notified. Next is the return to agent stage. Now, if we review your folder and we see any missing documents, or maybe something's missing an initial, or we can't see it, we're going to put it into return to agent and return that folder back to you and let you know on .loop message what you are missing. Now, once you have updated your documents, say you get that signature, you get that initial, please put it in that closing folder and resubmit that same folder so that we are notified. Also, anytime you make a change to a document after we have approved it, it will automatically go back into not submitted. So you need to submit that folder for us to review and see that you have made a change to a document. Approved for commission, that means that all documents have been approved, and we are now waiting for the commission check to come in from the title company so that we can process it and get you guys paid. Closed and paid, this just means that your sale has been paid out and closed, and you are going to receive your money here soon. Terminated, your deal was mutually released or your sale was terminated. If you do upload a mutual release, please submit that for review so that your closing coordinator can see that and process it accordingly. That's super important. Now, this doesn't happen very often, but occasionally a file may go into broker review. And that just means that we need it to be looked at for legal purposes, but we will always notify you if there is anything we need after that. As we do this, communication is key. Please begin to utilize that .loop message. If you are confused about anything, let me know. Let your closing coordinator know. They can answer your questions. But it is such a great system to send messages on. Anything that's pertinent to your deal, the buyer is dropping off the earnest money check, the inspection is to follow, the ROC is to follow, whatever it is, please, please, please communicate with us on .loop message. And if you let .loop be your one and only message center, then all of those messages are on .loop. You don't have to navigate between your email and .loop as well. Now, as we move forward, we do want everyone to get as used to .loop as possible. So we will be offering many .loop classes to teach everyone how to do this, and more advanced classes for people who are already on .loop. But if you are not utilizing .loop just yet, this is how you will turn in your sales moving forward. We have not gotten rid of closing at Chervenic Realty, but we are phasing it out. So, with that being said, each office has their own closing email. If you work out of Stowe, it'll go to stoweclosing@ChervenicRealty.com. If you work out of Green, it will go to greenclosing@ChervenicRealty.com. Now, these are only for people who are not using .loop. If you're using .loop, please do the submit for review. I'm going to keep this on for just a minute so that people can take note of each office, and whatever office they work out of, they can write that down. All right, We are super excited about this change in closing because it has made everything so much easier for us, and we hope that you guys embrace it as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Here is my email right here, and you can also give me a call if you're having any trouble. But I wanted to also insert this as well. This is the Loop support website. You can just Google it as well. They are extremely helpful. I don't think I've ever been put on hold, and they can answer any of your questions, and they're also very open to suggestions as well. If that doesn't work for you, there's a lot of agents who love Loop and are willing to show you guys how to use it. So please let us know if you need any help moving forward as we make this change, and we're basically just wanting this to be easier for everyone. So thank you.